All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday watch list. This week, we definitely got a lot going on. Starting with NVDA earnings on Wednesday. That's going to be probably the biggest thing of the week. We also have FOMC minutes, also another event I don't really like trading on, and GDP and initial jobless claims on Thursday. Monday, we don't have the markets closed. It's a short week and there's a lot of news. PCE on Friday. It's the last week of the month, guys. Let's keep it light, wait for some real confirmation, and see if there's any really, really good setups. You don't want to just be trading just to trade, right? Make sure the setup's there. We're gonna go over some setups right now that I think do look good. But just keep it in mind, right? What's happening this week. Starting off with the S&P 500, what has been happening, right? Let's take a look at this on a 4-hour chart. We have been on an uptrend. We have a low, a higher low, higher low. And notice how we just broke our most recent higher low. And now we have a lower high and a lower low. I'm not too convinced on this sell-off just yet. I do feel it's just a healthy pullback. I think we just had news with Russia and Ukraine, or that Putin bombed Ukraine or something like that, right? You would think futures would have opened red, but they actually opened green. So as of right now, we are reclaiming already as we speak some key levels. So going into back into the S&P 500, the very key levels that we definitely want to keep on watch is the area that we bounced off of on Friday, which is this 574 area. As you guys can see, it is a big level of support all the way from back here, and it is a big level of resistance all the way from here. So support here on January 14th, resistance here. Very, very significant level. As long as we stay and hold above this, I can definitely see a reversal back into these recent highs. So keep a trend line here, lower high, right? This is a short-term reversal as of right now, right? As of right now, that's what it's looking like. Um, what will give me confidence in going short is a break below this most recent low at 574. We do have a gap fill to like 565 below like 571, right? So just keep an eye below 574, 571. That should give us room down to 565. That is what I'll look for downside, just in case things do get bearish. Below that, it's gonna be like 558. I don't see this happening, but we got to be prepared for everything. And I think that's a good amount of levels to have to the downside, right? I don't really got to be charting at 510, 500. We're not gonna be down there, right? Um, to the upside, as long as we hold that, like I said, the main areas that we should target is going to be these most recent lower highs, like at 586, and then this high here at 595. Let's take a look at this. The big level of the week on the S&P, yeah, was like this 594 area to 595. Let's take a look at this all the way from back here. So like that 594, just drag this to the left. Yeah, it's definitely a big level from back there. And also like this area here. As long as we reclaim that, the next key level is gonna be like this 597 to 600 area. Like 599 really. You guys see a lot of support here, resistance here. So it's gonna be this zone here. Right? Support here, resistance here. Um, that's definitely gonna be around that area. I don't know if I can move this down to there. Nope. Yeah, let's keep it there. So like that 600 level, okay? If we get above 594, these recent highs, these previous last week highs of 595, 594, we should get a push to 600. So that's definitely on watch. Like I said, this could just be a bull flag, right? Q's looks a little bit cleaner, as you guys could see. So that's gonna be SPY, guys. For upside, as long as we get above 594, 595, I'm expecting the push to 600. And we did just fall into a big level of demand. QQQ. We fell into a big level on the NASDAQ, actually. Uh, this big level of demand here, this 20.7, and we got bought up off of it on Friday. I actually really wanted to swing this position. Um, I did not swing it. I did catch the bounce from here to here to like 21K. I did not swing it though. My swing would be up very nice if this holds in the morning, but I did not swing it. Other than that, though, I will be looking for like a reclaim or like some type of higher low, and I'm going to be targeting these highs up here. So on Qs, that would look something like this. So let's clear everything. right? Very significant key levels we'd want to grab are these last week's highs. So 521, 523. It's like 521.7 to 523. Okay, very obvious level, right? It's clear as day. That's a big resistance. Um, Below that, we have the very big psychological level of 500 that we definitely want to keep on our chart. And like this 501 that is also being very respected, 502 area. So 500 to 502, as long as we're holding this zone here, this demand zone, I don't want to be short below that. I do not, because look what happens every time we get here, right? Every time we get to this area, we bounce back up. We get back here, we bounce back up. Here, we bounce back up. Now, unless we break below, cool, right? Then I could target this support, down here, and we do have a gap fill down to like 491. So if we were to get below 500, I know what I'm targeting. Probably first 496 at the initiation of the gap fill, just in case, right? Just in case NVIDIA earnings gets bad and we do got to sell off. I doubt it. Anything could happen though, right? I'm not here to guess NVIDIA's earnings. I do not know what NVIDIA is gonna report, whether it's gonna do good or bad, right? That's me gambling if I try to take an NVIDIA trade, right? Unless I have like some info that could help me out on that, then but I don't. I do not have info on what NVIDIA is going to report. So I will not be trading NVIDIA earnings. That's just not what I do. As long as this area of demand holds, then we could get a push back into these highs. And if we break 522, we got nothing but room to this huge resistance at 530 to 532. That's going to be another big area of supply. As you can see, resistance here. We break above, fell, get back below, fell here, resistance, resistance, above, support, and then fell. Right above that 533, cool, we're pushing highs. Until then, that's going to be my first target above these 523s. And it looks amazing. Like I said, I do think this area is going to hold. If it doesn't, we got room to 490. So regardless, we got to set up on SPY and Qs. They look amazing. Now, if those are going to show signs of strength, Apple on the weekly looks a little bearish, right? It's like an evening star there. But I do see us on an uptrend still. Even though we've been getting this sell-off, we still have signs of uptrend. We have a low. We have a higher low. We have a higher low here, and this low matches the same as this previous low. So as long as these lows hold down here, I could see Apple potentially getting a bounce back up into here. It could be like a double bottom, and then above this 215, we got room to 221. Right? That's if that area holds. If it does not hold, then we're going straight to 189. So the main area to watch on Apple this week is going to be this low here at 193. That's going to be the big low to watch. If it holds, beautiful move back up to 200, above 200, 202, 207, and then that 215. Obviously, it's a higher time frame, so obviously you're going to want to buy more time. It's not a 5 minute time frame setup. You're not going to be expecting a move from here to here in like an hour and 30 minutes, or you know what I'm saying? So it always just remember what type of time frame you're getting your setup off of, right? Higher time frame, bigger the move. My next favorite setup is going to be Tesla. This has been consolidating for some time now. And it looks like just another bull flag to me. It is ranging. We are in the middle of a big range, even from back here. You guys see if I go to a 4 hour back here, did something very similar. This 260 was a huge resistance, like 262 to 260, big resistance. A big support in the middle of this was that 350. Notice how we got one, two, three, right, four, five, six touches off that 350. Below that, we got room to like this 330 area, and then the main one's like 303. That's a far way down, but it's really going to be like this 327 to like 330 area that really has I wouldn't grab that level. Yeah, I'd stick it to there. So 330 to like 327, that's going to be a big area of demand. Oh, that's actually what we're holding here. See, look, boom. Um, as long as we stay above this, I mean, we see what happens. It bounces back to 360. It reclaims and it bounces back to, I mean, just look at history, guys. Every single time it holds this area, where's it go? 360. It holds here, where's it go? 360. Oh shit, it's holding here. Where do you think we're gonna go? Potentially, right? It's not a guarantee, and we have to wait for confirmation. But if we do fail this area, we know it's a significant level. Where does it go? Straight down to 303. So either way it goes, you got to wait for confirmation. I do not predict, I react, right? So I'm going to react to what's going to happen at this area. And then I should have, but because it looks like a bull flag, right? It is holding very well, right? It is holding very well. And we have a higher low here on Friday. Looks beautiful. Now that 350 has been struggling to break. Once I see that 350 get a clear break and hold, right, we could send it to 360. This is actually my favorite setup of the week. And those are honestly the main four I'm going to focus on. I will not be trading NVIDIA because it does have earnings, but it also looks like a bull flag, right? But anything could happen with the setup because of earnings, and shit could change very quickly, right? If this does bad, it's going to shake QQ back to the downside. But regardless, we have levels to the downside and upside. So we, like I said, we have to react and not predict. And this provides good risk reward ratio. If everything aligns, this is a setup I would be very interested in. Not going to keep this watch this too long, guys. Those are my main four setups of the week. Uh, and that's about it, guys. Just keep it short. I think it's over 10 minutes now. So yeah, guys, make sure to drop a like if you guys found value in this. Drop a comment and stay tuned inside of the broadcast channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great trading week. Peace.